Oh, that's great.
I got my phone.
Okay, my brother. All right.
Don't worry about it.
You know what I'm saying? We usually on time when Crespo was there. We might have to bring Crespo back.
Yeah, I wonder why we like.
I mean, I wouldn't. It depends on how you look at it. Depends on how you look at it, brother.
All right.
Depends on how you look at it.
Just checking.
It's only late when you get a check.
So I'm the volunteering.
You know what I'm saying?
Goodness. Got somebody in there already.
You ready?
Yeah.
It's true. I've got to have you. No matter what you do.
Check it. Check it. Is mic on?
Yeah, it's
1 2
on.
1 2.
It's on.
Check it. All right, that was my fantasy to be a rapper. Go ahead.
I thought you was from the bus freestyle.
No, I'm done.
It's just pump fake. That's okay. That's fine. You know what it is. It's your boy Collar Posh on here with a little paint wet, ain't a little seasoning with some reasoning. We back for another week with that heat. A little something nice like some Jordans on your feet. No?
See how that beat just did that?
That was my freestyle.
Check it. Check it. 1 2 1 2.
You just
Check it.
just gonna do ad libs the whole rhyme. All right. We gonna stop.
This is the 18th, man. Feel it good. Let's go, man.
Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. How your week going, brother?
Oh man, I'm getting better. I got a little more time off of work, but he gave me some things to do, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't missing nothing, I'll tell you that.
I mean, you know, things getting close at the house, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I can understand that.
So, you know.
I can understand that. Okay, we got a lot of stuff. Let me tell you something, man. The older I get, I try to just mind my business.
Oh, here you go with this shit.
I try to mind my business, but it seems like these white folk always find a way to get under my skin. And I don't know if it was just because when I was a kid and things like this happened, or just a young adult and stuff like this was happening, I would just be like, oh, okay. But now it really bothers me. You got this school, the education board, well, some of the educators in Texas proposed to change the word of slavery to, what was it? Involuntary.
Involuntary.
Oh my God, I can't remember. It was involuntary immigrants or involuntary placement or something.
Involuntary relocation.
Involuntary relocation.
Yeah.
And they said that's what they want to teach to the second graders. The funny part is about that is that it even got that far to come to the board for them to even think about it. The board actually shot it down quickly.
Yeah, I mean.
They said, nah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, the board sent that back. Like, y'all didn't think this out.
But for them to do something like that, it was just like, come on now. And little stuff like that, it gets under my skin more so now than when I was just kind of just doing whatever. Is that something that always bother you, the little jabs to take that here and there, or is it something that kind of get in you a little bit more now the older you get?
I mean, for me, man, it's a thing of shit. They've been trying to deny, you know what I'm saying, racism, slavery, equality. They've been trying to, like, all this shit never happened. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got the cancel culture and all this shit that's going on. So to me, it's just another thing on the board somebody was thinking about. Yeah. And I'm glad that the board stepped in and was like, yo, y'all wilding with this. Like, this makes no sense. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
Like, but at the point that we are at the point now that we're like, not we're, white people really trying to really sweep it under the rug for the reasons of what I'm thinking is, or what I've read, they don't want the kids to feel bad for what happened in the past.
Right.
But that's the reason why you got people saying, get over it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, should we spend a lot of time on the past? Us as black people, yeah, I think so, because we really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Should that make everybody else want to pay attention? Absolutely, because anything we attach to, people want to know what the hell going on. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you can't just say it never happened. You know, it's people living that's living proof that it happened. You know, we got museums all over the country knowing that it happened, over the world, matter of fact, knowing that it happened. So teach the lesson about it in the curriculum that's every day. You know, in the everyday curriculum, not just in February, and then go on about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But changing the words don't matter. Shit.
Nah.
You can't come in my house talking about some involuntary relocation. Slavery? Is that what you're talking about?
Right. Right. And kids, second grade, especially if they're in a minority household, they're not going to go for that. I mean, and kids are, at that age, are still knowledgeable enough to know, like, I don't know. I don't think my parents talked about it as a displacement. It was a lot of violence.
I don't think
involved.
that need to be taught until 4th grade.
Yeah.
I 4th, 5th grade, where the attention span could last longer. 2nd grade, you really ain't.
No, you're not. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I mean, you would start learning math in 1st and 2nd grade. I mean,
you good? Are you 1 + 1?
Yeah.
Look how long it take them to teach that though.
I'm still trying to learn.
Shut the fuck up. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to stuff like that, they don't care enough in schools to even give it enough time for a kid to actually sit with it. Like, you know, like the month February changes the whole curriculum book.
Right.
You know, you might went from talking about Roosevelt, and then next thing you know, it's February 1st, and we about to switch this whole thing around. You know what I'm saying? You can't teach that like that.
I understand that, but I also look at the other side. Like, if you want to teach just regular American history, which is just, this is what we normally do, we got to also involve. You can't go in and change that either. I'm not saying you have to go in super depth about it,
right.
But if you're going to say that that's going to be part of the curriculum, you can't go in and try to soften it up. That's what I'm saying.
That's real.
And that's the problem I have with it. Yeah, I'm not saying they need to go in there and dig deep with it, but leave it like it is at that young age. Leave it like it is, and you know, further down the line, then you can dig into it a little bit more. But it was just amazing that I look at the bigger picture of, like you were saying earlier, it's almost like they try to do everything in their power to erase it, to make it seem like this never happened. And we still have, you know, trauma from that today, and we always will. But they try to do everything possible to just try to make like it never happened. And that's the sickening part of it to me. But that's one thing that kind of jumped off. And then we also have the January 6th hearings, the court case.
I wasn't involved.
Going on. And again, the truth is starting to come out, and it's just another example of people in power with their agendas, and they're going to do what they want to do when they want to do it.
I think they should lock all them motherfuckers up.
They should. And that's why all I'm singing now.
I mean, and that's why I think they all should go to jail, because when it was popping, you had a chance to walk away then. But you picked your career over doing what you knew was right. I think they all should go to jail.
So at what point, especially, and see, I didn't know politics was this big until I met a friend that was living in D.C., lives in D.C. and worked for the government, and they were saying how they treat politicians like rock stars.
Absolutely.
So if you're working under one of the biggest names, Trump at the time, and, you know, his assistant was saying how he literally grabbed jumped
at her and shit. Yeah.
Saying, take me to the insurrection.
Yeah.
And at what point would you say, you know what? Nah, my job ain't worth it. And you probably making a good penny at that point.
You work with a lot of people that ain't making shit. That won't say that, you know, the company ain't doing right by them. So I mean, on that level, they pick the money over the morals.
Sometimes
you know what I'm saying? Or they principles and shit. They like, well, you know what? I can sticks and stones, all that shit. I'm making $200,000. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you say they should all be locked up because they kind of kept us.
Yo, they knew. They knew. You know what I'm saying?
Who will believe them though? Who
the same people that's gonna believe them now?
Only because they're in court.
That's what I'm saying. And it's going the way the court wanted to go. Same people.
Yeah.
Lock their ass up.
It's just amazing to me why it took so long. But that's
that shit, man. That shit far from
Yeah.
being finished. He might be president again before that shit done. I might as well get ready. This one we got can't even ride a bike.
No, that.
So I mean,
we in trouble.
I'm just saying, bro. I might put your name on my ballot next time. Let me get shot at this, mama.
Oh man, we is in trouble. You know what? Dang, what was I about to say? Grinder. Brittany. Yeah. I didn't know this. I was looking at a report on it, and they were saying like 99% of the people that go to court in Russia
get convicted. Absolutely. I seen that.
And so it's like we already know she's a political prisoner at this point.
We're going to come back to that. Because I look at it different.
How do you look at it? Oh, you want to come back to it?
Yeah, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
No, she's a political prisoner because I heard they're trying to swap her for somebody else.
Yeah.
And until that happens, it's not really nothing is going to change. And they're pretty, what was the military guy they had over there for like 11 years that he just got out? And I don't know, I guess they just kind of got tired of him.
I mean, he had no more information. He wasn't giving up nothing.
Yeah, we just let you go. So this whole thing, she's just a piece, a pawn. It ain't even the CBD oil.
That ain't what that is. That ain't what she had.
I thought it was just oil.
No. It's trafficking, man.
So she had weight.
No, it was oil, but it wasn't the CBD.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I still look at it as a political prisoner.
Let me ask you this. She wasn't famous. Will we even know?
I think so. Not to this extent.
You just said something about a dude that's been locked up for 11 years.
And we heard about him when he got out.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
I'll give you that.
How many people over there that's locked up? You don't know. That might be from over here.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Laws ain't the same everywhere. Are they using this for something? Probably.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She black. She gay. She play basketball. Like, it's a lot attached to her. I get all that. Rules different everywhere, man. You see, hey, I grew up with a little boy went over to Singapore. I think that's where he was at. Wrote on the wall. They whooped his ass and then sent him home.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Bill Clinton. I think was it Clinton or Bush? First, maybe been the first Bush.
I think it was Bush.
Had to go get him.
Yeah, that was
so
Bush.
you can't. Gotta know where you going, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what you're doing.
That too.
Like that's that. You gotta look at that. You gotta look at that aspect of it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people get laxed. Or I would say this: us as Americans, we always feel entitled, especially when we leave the country.
I can do this in America. I can do this where I'm from.
Right. These rules do not apply over here. So don't be going nowhere. Let me tell y'all, people, if you ain't got no passport, you get your passport and you leave the country.
Read where you going.
Please abide by the rules that them people live by. Because they don't care nothing about America. They don't.
I mean, and, just... For us, it's weed. You know what I'm saying? We look at it, oh, man, ain't nothing but... Like you just said it. Oh, man, it's something on some oil. That oil means something to them over there. They ain't... You know what I'm saying? Like...
True.
At what point... I don't want her to get no time because she black. I'm going to be honest. That's my stance on it. Because she black, I don't want her to get no time. Can I be mad if I don't know about giving her a dime, though. They talking crazy.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah, but if they say, look, she has to sit down for a year and a half. Hey, man. You broke a law in another country, man.
You got to take that. You got to take that. Yeah. And
who coming to get my black ass when I go out of town?
Nobody. Nobody.
I'm just saying, like,
Nobody knows the trouble.
United States using her, Russia using her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if they really wanted her to be here, man, they would have went got her already.
I believe that. I was one of them that was when it happened. It was kind of hush hush. You got the headline, and then you ain't hear that for about a month.
You know, now they got her on the TV.
Looking crazy.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? Yo.
It was funny looking because the guards was like 5'3". She chained up, and she like 12'10".
I mean, you know, just
looking crazy.
I don't know, man. Just if I break a law overseas, man, I got you could break a law in another state, man. This shit be different.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
don't do it. Don't do it.
Maybe she done did it before, man, and got away with it. I don't know, but damn, you got to be mindful where you at, and that considering what's going on over there right now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I don't know, man.
Bad timing.
Trafficking, man.
Why are we laughing?
I mean, we ain't laughing at her, man.
Not at her.
Yeah.
They just lined up all wrong.
Hey, man.
I don't know, man. We're gonna get on some of the topics. Hey, Brian, what up with it? We got I see you, Jen. What's going on? Let's jump into some of the stuff we had going off in the room.
Hey, y'all go with this shit. Go ahead, man.
The number one subject is the McDonald's and the kids situation. The baby daddy, and I found out some new information today. I'll get on that in a minute. But baby daddy went over to the baby mama's house. They got one child together. She has a total of 4 kids. He only bought food for his son. And she had a fit. And went crazy and threw the food and, cussed them out and all this and that. How you feel about that?
I'm going to speak outside of me first.
Okay.
Or what I would do. From what the whole report come out, even though we found out it was all fake, he's still fucking. You know what I'm saying? So even if that in the make-believe world, they were still fucking, whatever, you got to take them kids some food, man. If you still putting your dick in them, man, you got to take them kids some food. Like, you just have to. Do it stop at food, though, is my whole thing. Like, she said he had a relationship. Like, the lady was like, he had a relationship. If at the point you got a relationship with the kids, you got to take them kids some food, man.
Right, at that point.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you ain't got a relationship with them kids, hey, man, this is my money. At the end of the day, I mean, it's my money.
At the end of the day,
you know, you gonna send little Ralph out, I take him to get something to eat. Hey, man, then he got to, that's up to him, man. Hey, man, get him some fries, man. You eat the burger, get him the fries, man. You got to live with these people. I mean, because it's, I done seen my homeboys, man, live with they, parents and, the mother and, somebody's a biological parent. They sharing clothes and shit.
Right.
I got homeboys out here who, he got clothes for his kid. They keep him at his house because he done went over there and seen the other little boy with a shirt on that he bought for his son. Like, that shit deeper than a lot of people realize. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if you doing your responsibility for yours, are you wrong for that? Are you wrong for saying, yo, I'm not here for that?
And that's where I'm on the fence. Well, I won't even say I'm on the fence. It really boils down to what type of person you are. And I think that there's no right and wrong, because if you come from the cloth of, if you're around me and I'm dealing with y'all in some capacity through your mom or whatever the case may be, I'm going to do what I can. Now, do I have to? No.
Right.
I don't have to. But depending on what type of person you are and depending on what my money looking like, I'm gonna do something for the kids too.
You know how
when it come to food.
I looked at it. Let's say I was, all the kids. Let's say his kid was 6. The rest of them was under that. Well, let's say it was 8. His kids under that. We break up. I move out. Am I still responsible for everybody in this household?
Nah.
Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, when do you cut it? Like, when is it over? When I ain't got to do nothing for little, Bam Bam and little T-Roy. Like, when is it over? Because what if it's got school clothes?
Right.
Here, you got quality time with your seed. Like, are you still on the hook?
That's a
That's
tough
what I'm
scenario.
saying,
That's
man.
a
Like, that
tough
shit a
scenario.
little different.
Yeah, that's a tough scenario.
You want to throw the Happy Meal in the street? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I hope you feed my child after you threw the Happy Meal in the street.
Right.
But
I'm telling you, me personally, I would just went and pick my son up. If I ain't got the money.
even if you got the money.
No, I'm saying if I ain't got enough to spend on the rest of them.
Even if you got the money, you will spend on that. What if you just decide you ain't
I'm
want
going to pick my son up. And we going to go sit somewhere and eat.
And then
I'ma
I bring
drop
her back.
off.
Right.
And she probably going to have a problem with that too, but I'm going to feed my son.
Man, the good guy always get punished, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, we're going to get crucified for that.
You know
That's
what
the
I'm
saying.
saying? Yeah, just-
But, and you look at it, put it on the other foot.
I ain't putting none on the other foot because I ain't one of them, so I can't speak for
I'm
them.
one of them.
No, you ain't one of them.
I'm one to put it on the other foot.
You can't speak for what you can't do that.
I'm saying if he got 3 other babies somewhere else, and he got his kids for the weekend, and then
A woman gonna do it faster than a man.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with
woman
that.
gonna
But do
do it
they
fast.
feel obligated to do it?
If they love that dude, they gonna do whatever for them kids.
No, they ain't together no more. If the lady ain't together,
shit.
see, it's different. If they
I don't know,
together,
bro.
she all for it. I love women
I don't
for that.
know, because you got women who dudes had kids on them.
That's
and they stay through that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I think a woman will help faster than a man.
Of course. Now I'm not gonna doubt that at all. Not 1 second. It's just to what extent.
I just can't see myself always, like, damn. Like, I look at, my situation with, what I'm saying, my kids and their fathers, and I didn't expect it. So when it didn't happen, it wasn't a big thing to me. But they were just who they was. You know what I'm saying? As far as fathers, you know what I'm saying, at the time. Like, it was never an issue with my children because I always made sure they got what they want. And their fathers did a great job as far as what they did. You know what I'm saying? I'm number one in the house, but you know what I'm saying? I'm number one daddy. You don't want to get nobody that much credit. But, as far as when my kids needed something, they made a phone call and it happened most of the time. Now, whoever made the call, that's just how it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you needed something and you wanted to call your daddy to do it, you called him. And if he sent it, he sent it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he didn't, 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't got it any fucking way. You know what I'm saying? But I can't expect a man that's not in the household to take care of kids that ain't his.
Right.
Unless he has that bond with them kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't know these kids, I don't know them.
And I think a lot of times, and I said this before, I think men are so much more connected to their wallet.
Hell yeah.
So when it comes down, if I break away from this situation, the average person, I'm not going to say a real type dude, the average guy's going to be like, I'm done with this situation, I'm out of here. I'm only going to take care of my son. I'm not going to look at, even though I had a relationship with these
I think
kids.
if he got a bond with him, though, he do it a little different. I think he would.
A guy with morals.
I just think any guy that got a bond, you ain't, no?
Nah.
I think any guy, I'll give it a guy credit, man. A guy with a bond gonna do different. You might know different. I don't know.
So look at the guys that get on child support and they just say, I don't even want to spend time with the kid. I'm just going to send the money over there. Type of stuff like that. When I say men will do stuff like that quicker than a woman will. And there are several ties based off of money.
No, man, I done seen dudes get locked up. She keep all the kids, dog, because the dad had them. She keep all the kids. I done seen it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying women would do it.
Shout out to the homie,
faster.
too. Free.
Do it
I
a
ain't
lot.
about to do that free shit. Okay.
A lot faster
homie,
than we
though.
do.
Yeah, but
And that's why I think men are a lot tighter to their wallet than women are, because once a dude say, hey, if this what I'm going to do, they figure that money they're sending is they part of it, as opposed to going to pick their son or their child up and raising them and spending time with them. I see that a lot, where they just send the money and be like, well, I'm good on my child support. Like,
yeah, that quality
Come
time.
on,
yeah,
man.
some dudes that better.
Yeah,
some dudes that better. That money mean that much. That's the world, though. Y'all love money out here, man.
Yeah, some people do, man.
But I just, I don't know, man. I think without the bond, man, I don't think you're wrong.
Not at all.
I just don't. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Without the bond, I don't think you're wrong.
Let's talk about the fact that they said it was fake. They say it was.
It was good. I mean, it was good. It was good content.
Yeah.
It had the world. You know what I'm saying? So I congratulate her for that. I wish we would have did that shit.
Yeah.
To be honest, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
she had the world on the social media talking like crazy, and you found out a lot about people. You know what I'm saying? I scratched a couple names off the list. Like, I don't want to fuck with her no more.
What I found funny though, when I saw the comments, people was mad because they was like, "Oh, they done faked everybody." And I was like, "Why are y'all mad?" I said, "It's entertainment." I said, "You shouldn't be coming here for life lessons." But what they did was they shined the light on something that happens in real life.
But that's a touchy subject though, dog. That's a touchy subject.
But, and I'm saying that's the thing.
I thought it was dope. I think she
Yeah.
did a good job. They both did a good job. I don't know about throwing that McDonald's.
Well, it's about $8. Well,
I don't give a
about
fuck.
$12 now.
Shit, McDonald's the cheapest meal you can get right now.
She said, "We'll get it back. We'll
Right.
put it on
She
social
ain't
media.
worried
We'll
about
get it
that.
back."
I ain't mad at her. That's how she brought light to the internet for a minute. I'm done though. I don't care. I ain't posting no more McDonald's memes. Nothing. I'm done.
Nah, they got their free advertisement.
Move on.
Jen, he got a little TT in his glass. I got a little round.
Don't worry about my glass. Mind your business. Mind your business.
Oh goodness, man. Let's move on. I got a little something I need to kind of jump into. It's kind of long winded, but
go ahead, bro. You already taking too much time. Go ahead.
Too much.
You ain't about to sing.
I can take this whole goddamn show.
You ain't about to get over here singing.
No, I ain't gonna sing.
Oh, okay.
But the other day when I posted something on Facebook, I'm gonna read it real quick, and then I'm gonna tell y'all the response I got from one of my friends, and I'm gonna set up the story on how it was and how relevant it is today, and it's gonna tie into one of the topics that we was gonna talk about. I posted something, and it's this excerpt out of a book that I was reading, and it said, in Germany, displaying the swastika is a crime punishable up to 3 years in prison. In the United States, the rebel flag is incorporated in the official state flag of Mississippi. It can be seen on the on the backs of pickup trucks north and south, fluttering along the highways in Georgia and other former Confederate states. So I posted that, and like I said, it was an excerpt out of the book Caste, The Origins of Our Discontents by Isabel Wilkerson. It's a great book. So I posted it, and I had a lot of people respond, and I know y'all think I come off, I don't have no white friends, but I do.
Ain't nobody saying that, man. Relax.
Everybody, I had a fefew like, dang, you don't never do it. You always talking about black this, black that. Nah, I got white friends. And
He's not allowed.
I had one of my friends, actually it was two. One guy from Texas, he wrote back, and he said, in Texas, I always looked at it as, when I see the Confederate flag, he was like, I always looked at it as slavery. I never liked it. And he said, but, for whatever reason, the states, they just kind of ran with it, and they just do that. They champion it.
Racism is a form of patriotism.
Exactly.
So, I mean.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That flag is never, it's got history with it. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to hold on to that. You can believe that.
Right. So the other thing, and this is why I wanted to talk about this, I also have it's one of my friends, met her at the bank, and we just got cool. She's a white girl, white woman.
Man, read that paragraph. I see that shit long.
Yeah, it's long, but it's real.
Read that paragraph.
Well, I'm finished. That's what I'm gonna do. But she's around our age. We always been pretty cool. So she wrote me back, and she was like, I actually have a friend, and this is from the Post. I actually have a friend that is from Germany. She was one of the tellers at my last branch. She said one of the strangest things about America, she's been here pushing 30 years, when she moved here, was how people idolize flags. So when we had the conversation, I put a lot of thought into it, and she's so right. She said you hardly ever see a flag of any sort in Germany because of the Nazi flag and what it stood for. That's almost a stigma around the flags because of that. Yet kids here are told to pledge allegiance to the flag. A flag. I had the conversation with my mom around that time the Americans were stranded in Afghanistan. She was so upset that the Americans were being left, yet we're helping refugees. I sort of popped off about allegiance to America and why was it so bad to have allegiance to humans. Then a few months ago, I went to a business meeting function and the Pledge of Allegiance was said. No kids, a room full of grown-ass 95% white people, and it made me so uncomfortable. So I've adopted the fuck the flag mentality because that's so much injustice. I don't like the American flag. All it is to me is a symbol of a bunch of old white men and their brainwashing minions, making rules to further their agendas and lining their pockets by way of ignoring, treading on, and killing minorities and women. I've been upset, teetering on mad for a few years. This 4th of July, I'm angry. And if I feel like this as a person who has the privilege, who has had privilege my whole life, I can't even imagine. I've tried, but I can't even. To me, that was heavy. I didn't tell her to, you know what I mean? This is just who she is. And I've also talked to her. Her mom was somebody that loved Trump. So they bump heads a lot too. So for her to come and just want to say that, and she's always been one that, you know, she's more of a human being person as opposed to, you know, politics and color or whatnot. For her to come and want to share all of that with me was heavy, and it put me in a place to say, why is it that people of our own race, where these things are on us all the time, can't realize the small things that they've pushed onto us and want to do different and want to learn more about yourself and learn more about the injustices that are done to us that are now just second nature. Because they look at us like, oh, y'all just some angry black guys. No, we trying to tell you it's more to it than just going out here and firing up the grill on 4th of July.
In my opinion, black people that's, and this is my opinion, that's very patriot to the, you know, very, they love the flag. They was either born into the military, things like that, or they just, they're what you call human people. They Herschel Walker. That's a perfect fucking example. They Herschel Walker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I look at a lot of sporting events I ain't gonna even say that. I look at enough that they had black people singing the national anthem. They really putting salt, like they love that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think the flag it ain't looked at the way it should because it's been taught to you a certain way from a youngin'. You know what I'm saying? So the flag is what it is to a lot of people. Like you're not gonna change that, especially a guy in the military. That's, you know, that grandfather went, great grandfather went. They traditionalists of the military. You ain't about to change that, bro. They put a lot of people say they put food on my table. When I couldn't find a job, I could go to the military. Military saved my life and all. You can't change that. They not trying to hear that shit about the truth that you about to spit about the American flag. So I mean, America is built on racism.
Of course.
So I mean,
I want to go back on even some of the military. I think a lot of military people, because you come in contact with in lives of other people that you probably never would have come in contact with, and a lot of them grow bonds and learn if they want to, if they're open-minded enough to want to learn about your culture or me learn about their culture and who they are as a people, versus okay, we came together because of this. Because of the government and the military. So I find a lot of people in the military, yes, they stand for the flag, but they're also more human as well that want to know more about the injustices that were done to you or you or you. And then you have most of them that are just brainwashed, just we are products of the government and this is what we're going to do. So I don't want to just say that everybody in the military is just like, nah, we just for the American flag. Because you have people.
I mean, now, but you talking 30 years ago, you couldn't say the same thing.
No, you couldn't. Because when you came home in a uniform.
I mean, that's, you know.
As a black person.
Hell, even now.
Yeah. You know, you didn't get the GI Bill if you was black.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, you didn't get a lot of stuff.
What's the difference between the military and going to college?
You pay for college.
You pay for the military. You play with your life.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
A gun and a book. That's the only difference.
Nah.
What else?
Nah, but I think the military also, to me, and this is not a knock on anybody that went to the military, because it did provide a lot of help.
Absolutely.
A lot of
Crespo's one.
Yeah.
He's the product of the military, yeah.
But I'm also one of those that feel like when you go to the military, you, like you just said, you give your life over to the government. So at that point, you can no longer think as an individual while you're in there.
Bro, you ain't never heard of people committing suicide in college for not passing tests to get to, like, it's real. It's real. I don't think it's the same as it's not the same as somebody coming in here yelling at you to do this, to do that, to do that. But you get when you go sit in this room, bro, and you ain't nothing but, a number. All y'all don't even matter. All they know is you handed this work assignment in, you either passed it or you failed it. When you, let's say your parents sent you to school to do this, to take over the business, and you keep fucking up. You know what I'm saying? You're not strong enough to. People commit suicide for that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they failures to the family and all that shit. Same thing, bro. Same thing.
I can't agree with that, bro. I can't agree with, because I also look at what comes out of some schools. Yes, in every situation, you're going to have some individuals that can't take the pressure of, what it is. But even when you look at colleges, that's where a lot of revolutions started, in colleges. You can't do that in the military. Like, as soon as you step out of line, you're out of here.
That's true.
And Brian just made a good point. He said schools will push you to go into the military before they was pushing you to go to college. It's something to that. It's more money spent.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I don't agree with that, because when I was coming out, college was a thing.
Did y'all have ROTC?
Yeah, we had that shit, but it was elective. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to take ROTC.
I was too.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree with that. I had the military at my door, just like I had colleges on my phone and at my door too. So I don't agree with that.
Okay. Yeah. So that's just what I've always felt about the military. And it's not a knock or anything, but I felt like there was still some sort of freedom with college. And like I said, just looking at where a lot of revolutions started within here in the U.S., a lot of the protests and all back in the day, it started at colleges.
That's real.
So, but you couldn't do that in the military. So that's why I always kind of shunned the military. Me personally.
Yeah, it makes you say that.
Yeah, me personally.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for me. I ain't mad at nobody that go. Just I hope you hold on enough of yourself when you come out. Yeah. Because I had some homeboys go. They came out. It was different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's done well for plenty of people.
Yeah. I mean, hell yeah, shit. Career people.
I was finna say, and to be honest, I love to work next to them. Because they be ready to go.
Them motherfuckers.
They be ready to go.
I don't be having that kind of shit going. You ain't in no more, bro.
I be ready to go.
I'm
take like,
breaks between this shit.
That's what I like about that. They be ready to go.
Fuck that shit. Keep them up. Shout out to my homeboy Daryl Beaver. So when I first started, man, the guy that trained me, he was fresh out of the military.
Yeah.
Glad I ain't work with that dude no more, man. Hey, man. Nah.
Calm down, brother.
Bro. It's the ramp.
Oh, goodness, man. What you doing for the 4th?
Nothing. That ain't my day. What? What you thought I was going to say something different? What? That ain't my damn day.
I tried.
What? I be playing dead prayers all day. That's what the fuck I be doing.
I tried. I'll be at work.
Yeah.
I've never taken off for the 4th. And this is before I was even all into I just never took off for
I don't even take off on holidays, bro. So
I take off for Thanksgiving.
I don't take off for none. If I fall on my day, I don't. Yeah. It is what it is.
You should have just went to the military.
I think they get a day off. Shit.
No, they don't.
Oh, no.
They don't get to come home.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, I ain't.
Oh.
That's all good. What else you got, man?
Oh, let's see here. Man, that might be it, brother.
That might be it?
Yeah, what you got?
A holiday special? In and out?
Ain't got no holiday special.
I ain't mad with that. You know, people out there drinking.
They having a good time, man. I just be safe out there. That's all I can say.
The young man that got shot 60 times. 14-year-old boy.
I read about it. I didn't get the details on it.
Is that justice? Is that overkill? What is that?
What happened? You know, the
I
details on
ain't
it?
get the gist of it, but I know he caught 60 bullets. 60. So
That's 60. That's
it's a lot of bullets, bro.
and a lot of pulling of the trigger. And I don't know how many. Was it cops, right?
Yeah.
And somehow they'll find a way to get off.
And some brighter news before we get out of here. You know what I'm saying? L.A. County had to give back their land
Oh yeah, finally,
that they got from the black people,
finally.
worth $20 million.
We talked about that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Mm.
So happy for them.
Yeah, big up to them getting that beach back. And the funny part was, the beach was made specifically for them because they didn't want black people to be on the regular beach. So when the place got popular, they took it. The county took it and said, no, this is ours now. And it was like, well, this is where y'all pushed us away to because y'all didn't want us around y'all. And they finally just got it. The descendants of the family finally got it back. And I think it's worth like 200 mil or something like that.
20 million.
Yeah, 20 million. So big up to them, man. But that's just another case of,
Just do something with the land now. Don't get it back and let it go to shit.
yeah, nah. I think they got it. Looked like they had enough elders in place to
Do what they
kind of
need to do.
kind of keep it in place. But another example of the U.S. doing what the U.S. do. But anyway, man, we gonna keep it short because a lot of people got it's a lot going on this weekend.
Y'all out here celebrating y'all flag. We gonna keep it thorough here. Y'all got to get to y'all barbecues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I ain't mad at you.
Nah, do your thing, man. I don't know people, man. If that's what you comfortable with. At some point when you, I like to talk about it because I like to at least plant the seed. I'm not going to tell you what you need to do.
Be the water, bro. Be the water.
I just want to plant the seed, man.
That's all.
Take it upon yourself to take
Don't
it
plant
further.
the seed. Be the water.
I got
You
you,
know what I'm
man.
saying? Be the water.
We need to get up with Nature Boy, too. I've been thinking about that, too.
Yeah.
He doing a lot out there.
I want a new lady on the show.
Anybody interested if
You know
you
what I'm saying? I
looking?
want a new lady on the show.
Y'all come on in here. Give us some of that energy.
I feel like cussing
Why you want to? Why it
You know
take
what I'm
a
saying?
woman to be in here for you to be cussing?
because we don't cuss at each other all like that. I cuss at her ass though. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, and Jazz from last week said, "Oh, I thought he was gonna go a little hard on me," and I was like, "Why do you think that?" She was like, "I just thought he was rough," and I was like, "She was like, but nah, I had a good time."
You see how she was trying to match me outfits and shit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
when I
saying?
look back, I was like, "Yeah,
she was trying.
y'all was
You know what
doing
I'm
the
saying?
purple.
Yeah, she did a good job. You know what I'm saying?
purple, I'm purple." But
I
man,
don't blame her. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame her.
I'm not here for it. Anyway, hey man, y'all enjoy y'all holiday weekend. It's just another weekend for us. Keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. Share the show. Share it with your friends. Share it on your personal page. Soundproof Hunger Room, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple. We on all of that.
We don't update all that shit though.
Okay.
Yo, man, I want to give a shout out to Just Listen. Y'all boys keep working, man.
Keep working, Justin.
I'm rooting for y'all.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Consistency is the key.
Yeah.
Consistency.
I like them man right there. I like them young boys, man. They doing their thing.
Yeah, I was just talking to Bakari about consistency.
But
we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
like
you leave my dude alone, man. Yo, shout out to hey man. Hope everybody good. If you ain't, man, find somebody that can help you, please.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Mental health is very important. Sister Christopher put up a little post about it. Everybody ignored it. You know how y'all do. Important shit y'all don't want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brian too. Maybe one day, I'll pay for his gas. He come down and be on the show.
Yeah, we gotta have him down here.
You know.
I'm glad you said something. You brought up something else. See, the more you talk, sometimes you need to just shut your mouth. But the more you talk, what I paid attention to was when I posted that little insert that I just read, planting the seed, maybe 20, 30 likes. I posted a picture of the car, about 200.
Well, McDonald's took over the whole page this week. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Shout out to everybody that posts something on the page too.
know. Yeah, shout out,
If it don't make the page, I mean, we done seen it 8 times, so don't feel like we just ignored you. Some of that shit y'all
I
be
was gonna
sending,
say,
man, I ain't
now,
putting that on.
some of
there,
it, I'm
man.
not.
There's some angry black men in there, man. Y'all need to get a hug or something.
Something like that.
I need more women participation too.
participation.
I mean, yeah, participation.
Participation.
We need more women, more participation.
All right.
That's about it right now. Oh yeah. And everybody send Sister Sarah George a hug. She buried her father today.
Yeah.
So everybody send her a hug, man.
Yeah. Praise God to you and your family,
Yeah,
Sarah.
everybody do that.
Very active in the group. So yeah, y'all get out there, man. We got one ride. You better enjoy it. Love y'all. Call it Paul Sean.
Keep it in a row. Ain't that what you say?
Hold it in a row.
Hold it in a row.
Hold it in a row.
Yo, man, I holler at y'all.